I got into the new place. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Thank you, God. Oh, that shit was terrible. Let me tell you, I thought I had been through it all. Being homeless, like by definition, actually homeless. Okay, I really went through that. That took the cake. That took the absolute cake. Hey everyone, so I have not been able to make any videos. It's been crazy. We are moved into the new house, and I figured while I'm finishing, I'm getting ready. Don't mind the hair. I let my hair towel dry. Hang on, I gotta get a sweatshirt. It's freezing. What's out? So I figured let me just make a video and catch all up on life and get myself a little more presentable, because it was literally 40 days that we had like no home, for real, homeless. And mind you, like, I'm a very stubborn, independent person, and it's a fault. And I'm trying to get better because I have to put my kids ahead of my pride when it comes to a lot of stuff. And with Haley developing severe autism, you know, she's 7 now, but it really started to peak in like 2021, especially 2022. Just so many things changed for me, and it's not been easy. And I know life isn't easy for anyone. You know, we all have our different struggles, and I hope all of you are doing all right. And, you know, all I can say is I'm just really grateful we finally have a home. And all I could do is get back on track of trying to hustle and figure out where to buy a forever home, launch my subscription boxes. That's something that I've been working on for a really long time, like a long time. And of course, I want my own retail flower shop. Like, there's all kinds of things I think a lot of us, you know, we want, and we end up having to put on hold because we have children with different special needs, right? So all of the stuff that we've wanted to accomplish, like, we just can't. And a lot of moms do it even with just regular, average, I don't like saying regular because we're all unique, with average kids. And I did that. I got married when I was super young to a man that I hardly knew. I mean, altogether, I was with a guy like not even 3 years on and off. I dated when I was 14. Not a great idea. But that should tell you a little bit about, I was kind of raised on my own, you know? And when I was 20, it was May 5th, 2026, I packed my car, I never went back. I took my son and I got myself in college, and I thought that we were gonna have this amazing life. And life has been a lot of challenges, but we have made it every single time. But I've never had to get temporary assistance, and I have never, you know, been fully dependent on the government or anybody. But then you find yourself as an adult, when you're blessed to have all these children, that you are fully dependent. You're fully dependent on somebody else to keep you afloat financially, and I can't stand that. I can't, because right now we're in a culture, in a society that's indoctrinated everybody into thinking that you need to have 2 incomes no matter what, that you have to have 2 incomes. And it's like, it's impossible for me to really get a job outside of the house, because it's not fair to the kids. You're not going to protect your kids or advocate for your kids the same way if you're not there to do so. So I have to figure out, like, what am I going to do for remote work? My interests have changed. I've always been the kind of person that has to learn everything, right? Like, I have to learn every bit of it. And I do that, but it changes all the time, because I had to change what it is that I know for the needs of my family. And I think there's so many moms, and we're all in the same situation where out of nowhere, you find yourself in these emergencies, and you're in a mess because your 401k can't be cashed out in time. You can't find a loan that's less than 30 or 40%. You have no actual immediate family supports. And that's just something that happens to a lot of people that were like me, that were technically orphans, and we were, you know, in and out of family court growing up, and we had 2 families battling over you. But then when you are one, when somebody finally owns that child, so to speak, you're on your own. Like, everything that went into trying to have you pick that family, all of that stuff is gone. And now you're like the Cinderella. And I think a lot of us end up in that situation, and it's not to badmouth anybody, but it's true. So I just, oh, it's been a mess, guys. It's been a mess. Uh-oh, I hear a little person. I hear a little person. Wonder how many times it's gonna take before I can get a whole video. Let's see. My life is like a sitcom. Like, seriously. You wouldn't believe the stuff that happens to me in my life. You can't even make it up. I got into the new place. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Thank you, God. Oh, that shit was terrible. Let me tell you, I thought I had been through it all. Being homeless, like by definition, actually homeless. Okay, I really went through that. That took the cake. That took the absolute cake. It did. But today, guys, I got something funny for you. Because you know I like to make everybody laugh. I have to turn everything negative into somehow being positive. My whole life has just been one negative after the other besides my kiddos. Oh, hang on one moment. I hear them. She wants to go swimming. I'm tired. She's tired. She's so tired, but she wants to go swimming. What's the matter? Why are you gonna come in my room? Because you're in my room. Ow! I just crashed. So I figured, let me just show you really quick, okay? On my life, it's like crazy, okay? So this happened. Let's try this again. Okay? Let's try this again. Let's try this again, shall we? Let's see. Can we talk about it now? Let's see. Every middle-aged mama, you know what I'm talking about. There's things that we do enjoy for ourselves, and for me, it's just my makeup. That's it. I just like makeup. I just like certain makeup. I like It Cosmetics, Bye Bye Under Eye, a little mascara and lip gloss. That's all I need in my life. I like it. I do. And you could use some blush, or you could pinch your cheeks and make them red. Whatever you're gonna do. Throughout my endeavors, the last couple months of insanity, somebody stole all of my makeup and my makeup bags out of my vehicle and a booster seat. They took it to the booster seats. Not the ones with the straps, but like the actual, like just the booster that you could sit on. And again, totally my fault because I underestimated that sometimes hotels are not secure and safe. So that was on me. So this is all the makeup I have left. And I went to It Cosmetics because I have a lot of, rewards built up. Not a lot, but like $50 worth, which is enough for one It Cosmetics CC cream. And if you have sensitive skin, then you'd understand why I only use CC by It Cosmetics. And, well, the lady was like, why don't you try using lip liner again? Because I was telling her ever since I had the implants done, and when I went back to have them done in October 2024, when I got to Tennessee, I went in and I had an adjustment that needed to be made, and they messed it up. And my face has been all weird, all right? I mean, it's just been a debacle since I got the wisdom teeth taken out, and it's just been a nightmare. Ever since that, it's just one after another. So I'm explaining to her, and I'm like, I have 4 kids. Now I'm just focused on living life, giving God all the glory that I'm still here, that we're still making it, and that the kids are doing better than they could be if I didn't get them therapy and Jameson surgeries and all this and that. We're just lifing. And when you have special needs kids, you kind of talk to anyone sometimes when you get out, because that's like the only time you get to chat with real people. Ever since I left New York. In New York, I used to go to my firehouse meetings. I used to be able to go to the Medical Reserve Corps. I used to be able to go down and BS with people at, FDR or Vanderbilt Mansion, walking around and stuff. So I used to have more peopling in. And I don't really like to people, to be honest. My circle is almost non-existent. I have friends and people I've talked to over the years, but I don't really let people in. Anyway, she was a sweet girl. So I took her advice, and I got this NYX. It's just ridiculous amounts of makeup. Now let me just tell you, women don't need all this makeup. You get an eyeshadow palette. ColourPop is actually not bad. I used to like Too Faced because they smelled good. That's the only reason. And I like the face tape, the shape tape too. And I like MAC lipstick. There is certain things I like of designer brands, but I've never bought them myself. So I used to get everything for free doing the promotional modeling and marketing. And that's why I always said that anybody could look any way they want to look if you just have the right tanning, the right contouring, whatever. It's not art, it's makeup. It's who you are on the inside that matters. And so she gives me this NYX professional makeup lip lingerie. Okay. All right, I'm like, whatever. I'll try it. We'll try it. Look at that. Okay, warning, jump scare lies ahead. I'm going to remove all the lighting. So this phone is about a year old, and it was a brand new iPhone, so the camera's supposed to be Stella. So just a warning to everyone. I'm going to show you as close as I can what it looks like. You see this? It doesn't come off. Now it's like tattooed on my lips. I just moved here. I gotta take the kids to the park, do a little walk if I can with them, you know, get them out a little bit. Now it looks like I should be going out somewhere on a Saturday night. Her heart was in the right place. Her heart was definitely in the right place. It really was. It was. She was a sweet girl. But I'm an old lady now. I have 4 kids. One is about to be 21. The other one is just toddling around, just walking up and down the hallways. This was not the appropriate makeup for a Saturday for a mom. So I was just like, you know what? This will be a good time to go on and complain and vent. Why not? Might as well. But yeah, I love this new place. I'm very grateful. And I'm tired, and that's fine. Oh, I can't even talk for 2 minutes if somebody's not bothering me. What does he want? Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Why do you let her in here? I don't want her to get certain stuff like that.
She was laying down.
I know, but there's a lot of poison here. I don't want her to get the little people yet.
All right, everybody, how long do you think it'll be before somebody needs Mommin? How long do you think it got before they're coming back in? I am starting to gain weight, so that is definitely a positive. I'm 117 pounds, and I want to get back to like 125 to 120. I already had a super fast metabolism. But as women, all kinds of things affect the body. All kinds of things. I've just tried really hard to keep the mind going. I mean, ever since I was little, I've been programmed to be positive, right? It's like program yourself to always believe anything is possible. You're going to one day do good things, and you're going to be a millionaire, and you're going to do really good things as a millionaire. You're not going to hoard. You're not going to be materialistic. You're going to be an amazing person. I never thought I was going to have a bunch of kids. I love kids, but I was not a mom, like a kid person when I was little, right? I was kind of like a big kid, but like very independent, tough on the outside. And I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing the best I can, and I think a lot of us moms, we feel that way. Because autism doesn't come with a guide. Children don't come with a guide. Every one of them is different. But being a mom is exhausting because you literally get no time for yourself. You really don't. And I know it goes by really fast, right? So you want to cherish every waking second that you can. But when you're going through constant stress, it's really difficult. And having a child that elopes all the time or sensory overload, we have to regulate them and protect them and be as calm and caring as possible. And that takes a toll on us. It does. You get up in the middle of the night, you wake up to somebody jumping on your kidneys going, do-do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do. That's what Haley does now, right? That's her thing. And it does. It takes a lot out of you. It does. And then you end up like me, where you're trying this new makeup from this young, sweet girl. Kind intentions. And then you get to walk around like Mr. Ed with lipstick on. You gotta go to the park like this in a new area where you just moved, and you need to people, and you're hoping to make friends with some of these people because you realize that you need people to people with. Because the circle that I had, I'm not really feeling it anymore. To be honest, I need to find new people. That's why I moved. I wanted everything to be new, fresh, start over. Same type of people, same type of values, even though we have different opinions. That was why I moved to the South. Yeah. Now I'm like, what do I do? Do I go socialize like this? Let me know, guys. I know God doesn't like us to be vain, but he knows that we all have our things. We all have our things. And the only thing that I like I said, is some of my makeup. That's it. That's the only thing. I don't like pocketbooks. Well, it's just a give or take. But I never spent money on myself. I've never been like that. Even when I could, I still gave. I've given so much of myself to so many people. And now I'm just trying to rebuild Mom. And I'm like, okay, midlife crisis is here. It has arrived, but you know what? It can't stay because you have kids to take care of, so it doesn't matter. You can scream, you can cry, but you have to just get back out there and pretend everything's fine. And everything is going good, and I am grateful, and I am so grateful. You have no idea how grateful I am to finally just have a home base to regroup and focus on my subscription boxes and, God willing, getting, a flower shop going and stuff. And hopefully this means that I could start focusing on getting a lot more protein and packing on the pounds. Because it's hard when you're constantly going and you're chasing littles around. It's really hard to get the weight on and get the jaw fixed. Definitely have to get the implant fixed because it is affecting my ability to eat healthy and fatty meals at the same time. Because when you can't chew properly, when it's painful, and I have to make sure I'm not going to choke. So shitty. It's all shitty. But we're living it up. Buttercup, we're had a good time, and I'm learning a lot. I learned a lot when I was stranded over by Savannah in Tennessee. I learned a lot. I went to the local churches to see like what resources they even really have, right? And because I was like, well, no cell phone, no access to financial means. I am completely in a pickle. This is crazy. And I realized that no, there really isn't any. I mean, you could join a cult, pretty much is your only option, and you're stuck dependent on somebody, whether it's the government or your significant other. You're stuck. Moms that are raising children or have to be caregivers, we're just in a mess. We're in a mess. It is what it is, because you have to constantly make sure the kids are okay, and it's a mess. It's a mess. Let's be honest, it's a mess, and I don't like it. So I'm getting myself back out of this. Never again will this happen to me. Never again. And so all the people that I knew that are mucho loaded financially that couldn't give me a loan, I will remember them when I'm a millionaire, and it will happen. I will hit Powerball, or I will end up blowing up in popularity on this channel. No, I'm just kidding. I will end up being very successful because I know myself, and I know what I'm capable of. And I know that in America, we all have that opportunity. You can be very successful if you put your mind to certain things. And I'm going to do that. I don't need a lot of finances, but I need to make sure that shit never happens again. So I am definitely focusing on my businesses and my ability to self-sustain for the kids. That's my focus now. That is my main focus, because this has been insane. I thank God he has been there. He has covered me with his wings. I find feathers all over the place. I always do. And I share my testimonies all the time, but I don't fit anywhere. I don't fit into the churches. I don't fit into anything, really. I'm homeless when it comes to politics. Technically, I really was an orphan growing up, so I'm homeless with family and friends. I'm an interesting character, which is why I always say, like, I'm not the one. You don't know me. You have no idea, and you never will, all the stuff that I've endured in my life. And I really don't judge people. I really understand where they're coming from, even when we're making stupid choices. I really can understand people of all different lives. I really can. I'm not lying. You can try to fake it, or you can just be yourself. People won't like you, they won't like you. But the truth is, there's lots of us out here, and we don't want bullcrap made up fictional stories. We want to hear people having real life experiences. And this is the real life that a lot of people go through, especially people that have profoundly autistic children that wander, that elope, that have meltdowns, sensory, they need constant supervision. We don't want our kids in an institution, so we need to buckle up, buttercups, and we need to find a way to launch businesses while we still have a chance to do so. And that's what my mission is now. So stay tuned. I got subscription boxes that I've been meaning to do for a long time, and I'm going to be doing them. You wait and see. All right, Mommin, over and out. I'll let you know what happens when I go outside with this tattoo, lip liner, and how many people don't want to come near the lady with the fake huge clown lips. I'll let you know. Okay, take care. Let me know how you are in the comments.